early sleigh, home and away.
Well, looks like it started again, doesn't it?
What?
You know.
You sick?
Well, that's a polite way of saying it, I suppose.
Saying what?
Come on, love, don't tell me you haven't noticed. He's staggered in here, he's slurring his words. Look at him. Pretty obvious, isn't it? He's in the grog again.
What's wrong?
It's her. Catherine Walker. That's why she's here. I think she's my mother.
Hands empty. Looks like you must have split.
It's probably for the best. I mean, God, it saves me looking like a total idiot. I mean, just because she wears a ring similar to the one my mother wore, it doesn't mean she's my mother.
I wouldn't write off the possibility, though. What did you say your mum's name was again?
Well, that's another thing. I mean, the department told me it was Kate Jones.
Operative word being was. Kate Jones. Catherine Jones. Maybe Catherine Jones got married.
But if she is my mother, she must know who I am. And if she did, why didn't she turn up yesterday like she was supposed to? Maybe because she's plain scared. Maybe Mrs. Catherine Walker's too afraid to stand up to her own flesh and blood.
Oh, good morning. Hello. Hello. Nice to see you. Yes, I think you'll find the standards at Summer Bay high. Equal to or better than most. Ah. Would you excuse me for a moment?
That must be Frank Zanotti.
The man himself. Summer Bay success story. The local lad makes good.
To the tune of several million, I understand.
Ah, Mr. Zanotti, good morning. I'd like you to meet Catherine Walker, our special guest today. Catherine, Mr. Zanotti.
How do you do?
Miss Walker is our local candidate.
I'm very pleased to meet you, Mrs. Walker.
Catherine.
I'm a great admirer of your politics, Catherine. I like what you've got to say. I'm particularly interested in your views on sustainable tourism. There's a project I have in mind.
Mr. Zanotti, I'm Selena Roberts, school captain.
Pleased to meet you.
Yeah, it's your son Mark that's starting next year, isn't it?
That's right, young Mark. Can't believe he's going into high school already.
Yeah, it must be my gully yesterday was starting kindy.
Mr. Zanotti, I'd like you to meet Stephen Matheson, our maths teacher.
Nice to meet you. Always pleased to meet my kids' teachers. Noble profession. I'm a great believer in the public school system myself. Certainly didn't do me any harm.
No. Maybe you'd like some refreshment, and then I can show you around the school.
Gone?
Not for me, thanks.
No, you should try one. They're absolutely the best.
Well, if they're that good.
So was I right? Just tell me, have you been drinking or not? Curtis? Curtis?
Well, Mr. Zanotti, that just about covers the tour of the school. I'm sure you've noticed a few changes since your day, particularly in relation to computers. An area which is principal...
Computers? Can't stand them. Give me a good old pen and paper any day. Never could get my head around those things.
Yes, well, you're certainly not alone there. Take me, for instance. The very first time I ever tried to use...
What about you, Selena? Are you any good?
Oh, no, just so-so. I bet your Mark's an ace at them, though. You usually find that young kids coming up from primary are really good at it.
At games, yeah. He's got his own computer. But I don't know if any of that's much use to him. I've seen the kids hanging around those games parlours in Yabby Creek. Don't want him anything of like that. As it is, the wife's always nagging him to get outside, get some exercise.
I don't blame you. Some of my guy friends are obsessed with computer games, but there's heaps more you can do with them now. Mr. Matheson? Can you tell Mr. Zanotti a bit more about the learning programs for maths and computers? Can you excuse me? I've got to make a speech in a couple of minutes.
Sure. She's a bright young thing. Good to see the school turn out kids like that. Now, look, what's this about computer learning programs?
She's making quite an impression.
Yes, I just hope she isn't too bored. I wouldn't want Mr. Zanotti thinking our students have no manners.
Not much chance of that.
What happened? I don't know, it just collapsed. What's wrong with him? Is he going to be okay? Just calm down, Chloe. Now think carefully. Were you taking drugs? Tell me the truth. No! Kelly, we weren't honest. He said that he was feeling sick, dizzy, and Irene thought that he was drunk, but I know that he wasn't. Why did you think he was drunk? Oh, he was slurring his words, but I know he wasn't drunk. Please, you've got to believe me. How else? How else was he behaving? Oh, he was shaking and trembling all over and sweating. Curtis? Curtis, can you hear me? Nurse, can you get me the glucose monitor? I want to do a blood sugar. I have to admit, I haven't always been able to see the benefits of a good education, and Mr. Fisher can testify to that. But in the end, what I think I'm getting out of Summer Bay High is a feeling that although the younger generation might not always agree with what the older generation has to say, we all have one thing in common. We care about this community, and that's why we have to care about our school, because the future of Summer Bay lies with the students of Summer Bay High. You feeling better?
Not much. Pretty groggy.
Do you know what's wrong with him? Oh, he's going to be all right, Chloe. You might want to let Alf and Elsa know, just to tell them what's going on. Tell them not to worry, everything's under control, okay? Sure. Now, I'm just going to take some blood from you. Again. It won't hurt, okay? And although you've been invited here today to have a look around the school and meet the people who will be teaching your kids over the next few years, you must also know that there is no such thing as a free lunch. So, if you feel you can spare a donation to help assist the building of the new computer block, please feel free. I know that our principal, Mr. Fisher, will be extremely grateful. And I'm pretty sure, although they might not tell you this, your kids will be too. Thanks heaps for your time.
I thought you would have been at the school, Darryl, watching Selena make a speech.
Oh, well, it's invitation only, you know, parents of kids starting next year and stuff.
Oh, still, I would have thought you could have got in. You know, maybe said you were doing a story for the school paper or something.
Hey, that's not a bad idea, Red. You could do an article on the open day instead of that one on Captain Walker.
Thrilling.
No, seriously, you should think about it. All you need is an angle. Isn't that what journalism's all about?
Yeah, it is. No, you're right. I mean, I could find an angle. Thanks, Irene.
Oh, don't mention it, love.
Thanks for ringing, Chloe. Yeah, I'll see you at the hospital.
What's wrong?
Don't panic. That was Chloe. Apparently Curtis has had some kind of turn or something.
Is he all right?
Yeah, he's fine. Kelly just wants to do a few tests. I'm going to meet him over there.
Right, I'll come with you.
But I don't think there's any need for both of us to go. Besides, I reckon the last thing Curtis needs at the moment is some female fussing over, and he's got 4 already.
Let me know what's going on.
Soon as I know myself.
God, say, it's never a dull moment, is there? Don't worry, love, he's in good hands.